Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca White. I'm an incoming senior here at UNH and I'm pursuing a double major in geography and sociology. And this summer I worked at Veris Wealth Partners.
And my name is Stephanie Kuhn and I'm a communication and women's studies dual major. I am an upcoming junior and I interned at Pax World Management this summer. So the purpose of our presentation today, a couple of you who've been here for the past year or two ago for the initial Carsey Social Innovation Internship showcases have heard interns present on Pax and Veris. And so our purpose today is to talk about the progress of sustainable investing as an industry. So the purpose of Veris is that they are a wealth management advisor and Pax is a mutual funds company. So they have different roles as serving as intermediaries between investors and companies. And the relationship between them is that Veris works directly with clients and Pax works with the companies through shareholder advocacy and proxy voting. Oh, yes.
So the challenge with sustainable investing is that there's a large gap between people like you or I who are mindful investors who would want to match our money with the things that are important to us and the companies that we can make those investments in. There's a lot of gray area about how do we quantify what is sustainable or responsible investing, and how can we be sure as investors that the companies are really living up to what they're saying? Pax and Veris serve as intermediaries between these to aid with the flow of information. This is really critical because in traditional investing, the roles of asset managers and financial advisors are more clear-cut, and that leads to a very efficient flow of capital and information. But in sustainable investing, it's still emerging, so these roles aren't as well defined. So Pax and Veris are leading the way as intermediaries to ensure that things are really flowing, because ultimately we want the system of sustainable investing to become strong enough that it becomes the norm in investing and kind of replaces what traditional investing is doing.
And so the purpose of Pax World Management is we are responsible for identifying the companies that have the strongest environmental, social, and governance factors, or ESG factors, as you heard Brian speak about earlier. So there are a lot of misconceptions about sustainable investing, and people don't think that it's a very profitable area. But what we're finding through research and through Pax's investing in our mutual funds is we're realizing that we can help the planet and the people all the while making a profit. And so this is a really, really fantastic way to allow investors to use Pax World Management in order to make a positive impact on society, because what we're finding is with a dwindling of resources and an increased awareness about the impact that businesses have on society and people, we're realizing that investors have the opportunity to put their money into a program that they care about or a business and really help support those businesses that are focusing on making a profit through being supportive of the environment and the people. And what this is doing is this is helping change the face of business as we see it today, because we're having a constant need for environmental and social issues to be addressed. And the strongest companies are the ones that Pax invest in, and those are the ones that are going to have the either equal or above market rate returns. And they're serving as a change agent and helping businesses really make a positive impact on this world. And hopefully other businesses will be able to catch up to speed, and what the purpose of business today will eventually change and be for the people and the planet.
So Veris Wealth Partners is a wealth management firm. They serve as financial advisors, serving families, foundations, and individuals in order to align their wealth with their values. So putting their money where their heart is, in things that matter to them. There's a couple different types of investment that they do. There's direct community investments or impact investments. And these investments serve to directly impact and help people and companies in need. So they may do these through RSF Social Finance, the Calvert Foundation, or the New Hampshire Community Loan Fund. In fact, some of the loans that go through, the investments made through Veris go to the New Hampshire Community Loan Fund and then are redistributed in the form of loans to residents of Rock USA's housing communities, which Naomi will talk about in a moment. They also do direct private investments. So for example, they may direct one of their clients to one of Pax's most impactful mutual funds.
So actually, with my experience this summer, I had 3 different projects that I was working on. I first was working with Pax in order to help them develop and give them suggestions on how they can create the strongest and most competitive sustainability report. And so that was one of the projects. And then another one was working with to see which utility companies are most compliant with the renewable portfolio standards. And my personal favorite project that I got to work on was the role of women in the workplace and the benefits that are to be had when women are involved in business and especially in leadership positions. So Catalyst has been doing a lot of research, which is where this information comes from, in order to show how having women in leadership positions is really helpful, both for the society and the environment of the companies, and all the while it makes a better economic return for the companies. So women and business is a very smart investment, which they're not equally represented, if they are represented at all, in a majority of business. So as a women's studies student, you always hear, oh, well, women's studies, what are you going to do with that? And it's like, well, actually, now a whole new door has been opened up for me, which I'm so appreciative for, because now I can see how my studies of theory can be applied to a real world field, and I'm very excited to open new doors for that and see exactly where I can go with that experience.
And this summer at Veris, my primary responsibilities were to calculate the company's carbon footprint, recommend an offset, and put together a comprehensive sustainability report. The reason we focus so much on internal or operational sustainability is that Veris feels it's really important that we hold ourselves to the same standards of the companies and clients that we work with. We want to make sure that everyone knows that we're being sustainable because we expect that out of the companies and clients that we work with. So for example, this year we put our carbon offset to a project in Indiana that's bringing windmills to schools, which helps to alleviate costs of electricity as well as serve as a learning tool for students to learn about renewable energy. I really can't say enough about my summer at Veris. As a sociology and geography major, I clearly don't have a whole lot of background in finance or economics, but I learned an awful lot. And more importantly, I was able to find a new approach to the social and environmental problems that we all care so much about, but struggle to find the real great solutions to. And it's really just opened my eyes to a whole new world. Thank you.